The following program is a paid advertisement for Bridgeland Auto Brokers and does not represent the views or opinions of this station.
Welcome to February, the February 2020 CleanCarsCheap.com commercial in true fashion.
Boing.
Got you all dressed up for Valentine's Day, of course.
What are you talking about, dressed up?
Well, these nice little wings and stuff.
That's my feather.
So, we got a show for you. We got a lot of unique inventory that you're not going to find, you wouldn't typically find on our lot at any other points throughout the year. Taking advantage of the Canadian market, that's a big one right now.
It is.
Credit, banks are hungry right now because it's been a slow winter in the car business.
The economy is booming.
Banks
People are buying.
People are buying. Banks are hungry. So rather than wait for tax time, which is coming around the corner, to put down a couple $1,000s, take advantage of some of the prices right now that we were able to get our hands on throughout December when nobody was buying. So essentially, when you get into one of the things, and I've mentioned this,
Magic.
one of the things that people don't realize is that when you get around that tax time, the prices of the vehicles go up a couple $1,000s across the board because supply and demand. So don't put your money down from your tax checks. Come on in, try to maybe make it happen with one of these units. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. First up, we have a 2016 BMW X1.
X1.
This is absolutely gorgeous, priced at $21,995.
Yeah.
Now, the good news about this is that it's got the right color. It's not your black, your white, or your typical silver
High metallic.
that you're gonna find elsewhere. It's that sparkling brown metallic, so when you get up really close, it's got that brown hue to it, but it looks black from far away. So if you want a one-of-a-kind vehicle, easy payment. So what are the payments on this?
$319 below tax and DMV down.
So $319 a month. How do you miss with that?
You don't.
Mileage in the 30s, so we're not talking a 50, 60, 70,000 mile vehicle. The good news with that is when you're starting low like that for a 16, you're gonna actually be in good shape 2 or 3 years down the road to trade. Now, we did our homework on this last night and I looked at our local competition. So I pulled this up based on VIN number and it gives me an idea of who's got what around me. The closest price-wise that they had to this had 13,000 less miles on it. So 13,000 miles, 13,000 miles, but the price tag was $4,400 more. I can't justify $4,400 for 13,000 miles. That just goes to say how great of a deal that is at the $21,995. $319 a month, how do you miss with that?
You know.
If you want luxury, you want to feel good about what you're driving, you want something nice in the driveway, this is the one. Visit CleanCarsCheap.com.
Or call 315-623-7060.
Here's a perfect example of when you have buyers all throughout the East Coast that are online all day looking for specific inventory that you don't find everywhere, the colors, the mileage, whatnot. These are the fruits of that type of work.
Yes.
Most of your stores are going into the auctions, they're raising their hand, they're buying as many as they can, taking whatever colors they get,
White, glass.
selling them an average price. We like to chase the colors, we like to chase the right equipment, but
Flavor.
we're also very in tune to what the market is. So this particular one right here is Sunburst Orange, and the Equinox, they really redesigned this thing. It's a completely different vehicle than the older generation. So if maybe you've owned one of the older generation vehicles, maybe you didn't like that. This is definitely something you're gonna wanna take a look at. Price this under market, still with the color, $19,995. How does that not make sense? So you're under $20,000. The kicker is this though. $269 a month.
With only your tax and DMV down.
Tax and DMV down. If you don't want to put the tax and DMV, save it, keep it in your pocket, and you're going to take a little bit higher of a payment. You might be somewhere in the upper 200s. But again, and I keep drilling this home time and time again, the name of the game with pre-owned cars, can I get into it, drive it for 2 or 3 years, put average mileage on it,
Yep.
and get back what I owe, and upgrade myself every 2-3 years. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yep. So, but you got to buy them in the right colors. You got to buy them with the right miles. You got to buy it right in order to put you in that position. So, if you're looking for something that's got the look, that's going to make a whole lot of sense when it's time to trade, and that gets you over 30 miles to the gallon. So you tell me what's your take on that.
I'm just trying to figure this out. So I think you said everything. I'm just trying to deal with my straps. So,
Okay. You were saying to me out there, 2 millennials,
Yeah.
millenniums.
2 millenniums ago, we would have been slinging chariots and horses, but in this case, we got unique pieces and failing shoestrings of sorts.
So if you want a nice SUV, visit this, and we have 300 pre-owned. So all on one location.
Yeah.
And if you can't find something here, you're not looking hard enough. Visit us today, cleancarscheap.com, or dial 315-633-7060. If you're looking for a motorcycle, maybe you want a toy this summer, now's the best time to buy. Take advantage of inventory we've had throughout the winter for thousands less than what it would be in the spring market. Stocked with over 20 motorcycles right now, headed into the spring, at prices that you're not going to be able to buy them for in the spring market. Visit us today, cleancarscheap.com. See all these motorcycles online. Call us, get approved, get financed, and take one home today. Here's an absolutely beautiful truck.
Yes. Gleaming white, 2019 Chevy Silverado, one of my faves. Nice thing about this, it only has 12,000 miles
Factory
with
warranty, the balance.
the balance of the 3 or 36 or 5 year 60. Cool thing is let's talk about how the money shakes out.
This truck really is all about price. Now, I did my homework again before we shot the commercials, and I know that I'm $2,000 to $3,000 below anybody around me. Now, the difference being and why we could sell them for that kind of money and still make a decent profit, so we're happy. But I take them out of the Canadian market. Why don't all dealers do that? Because they don't have the connections there.
Exactly.
You're buying in a foreign market, you're dealing with foreigners, and if you want it to make enough sense for them where they will ship the cars to you, you gotta spend $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 at a time, tie it up in a foreign market. To be honest with you, with people I've never even seen their face, you gotta have that comfortability, and a lot of places just don't. They'd rather go to the auction, raise their hand, buy 1 or 2.
Yep.
We roll the dice. Now, the dice roll on that is when I do buy them, it takes about 30 days to get to the border and then cross.
Yep.
In that time period, I may lose money, because if the market changes, it is what it is, I locked it in.
Risk and reward.
But when the market goes up, we cash in, and this is a perfect example of that. So this truck's got the 5.3 liter, it's got the alloy wheels, it's a short box truck, it's got the big touchscreen power driver's seat, built-in trailer brake controller. So this is not a base model, this is actually
Running boards, bed liner.
loaded right up. So $26,995.
So only $369 with your taxes and DMV.
$369 a month. Think about that. It's a 2019 truck with 12,000 miles on it, and I have plenty. $369 a month.
It's a no-brainer.
If that takes no brains. So if you're looking for a truck, an extended cab is going to work for you, you will not find a better deal than this. Once these are gone, they're gone. I was only able to get so many. I'm selling them thousands below anybody else. This truck makes all the sense in the world. Visit cleancarscheap.com.
Or call us at 315-633-7060.
Maybe you're laying in bed right now. Get up, brush your teeth, get into the store 7 days a week. We got people by the phones waiting to take your call. Set up an appointment, test drive this, and we'll deliver you within hours. Visit cleancarscheap.com.
I'd like to do that, but I can't. My back hurts. You know the floss? Hold on. Can you do the floss, Rob? Can you do the...
No,
Want to try with me?
I don't. This is a nice one.
This is the nice one.
I bought 3 or maybe 4 of these at a time.
We've bought about 8 in the last 30 days, and they go like this.
2018 Dodge Charger, all-wheel drive.
GT.
That's the kicker to this. Usually when you get into a sports car like this, it's a sports sedan, so it's a 4-door. It's gonna fit the family with no problem. But typically when you're getting into a sportier car like this, you're taking a front or a rear-wheel drive car. This one's got the all-wheel drive, so not only can you look good in the summer, feel good driving that sporty car, but you're gonna get around in the winter with no problem.
Yep.
So these make sense. One of the things the public doesn't really know, we get calls a lot of times, people say, hey, can you find me an all-wheel drive car? The thing is because there's so few of those, the market's higher.
Yes.
Supply and demand.
Yep.
So typically the all-wheel drive cars are much harder to find, and they're usually more money even than the SUVs because of the supply and demand. You wouldn't think so if that's the case. $21,995 on this.
Only $299 a month with your tax and first payment.
$299 a month.
Tax and DMV, pardon me.
Smoked 19-inch alloy wheels, big touch screen, power driver's seat. This is a head turner. It's got 38,000 miles on it. So
Big screen inside.
back to equity again. When we talk about keeping something for 2 or 3 years, putting 12 to 15,000 miles a year on it, this is not going to be hard to get out of. So you'll be able to get back out of the car. It helps us, helps you. We line you back up for another sale. So understand a trade cycle, which is probably, if I was going to buy a car, knowing what I know, one of the most important questions that I would have to a salesperson would be, great, I like the deal, I like the payment, but show me what I'm going to owe on it in 3 years, okay? And we can easily just do an amortization schedule. Show me what I'm going to owe on it, and if I put X amount of miles on it, show me what this car should be worth. And what we'll do is we'll go to auction transactions and we'll look at this car 3 years older today and see what that's currently doing at auction. And that's a good indicator of what this would do at the auction. So that's a little bit of the difference that we offer.
The science.
A different approach. People love that. They like the transparency. They just don't want to feel like they're going into a car dealership and getting sold.
Transparency and someone who's going to help them understand what they're going to be working with in the future. Taking the time.
Right, so not only do we have nice vehicles, easy payments, but we have a state-of-the-art service facility, labor rates at $78 an hour. Where do you find that? You don't. With an average around our area being $110, we're gonna absolutely blow the cover off of it with those labor rates. Yes. So whether you're looking to have car repair, maybe you want a brand new, something new for yourself, this would make a good one, but Bridgeland's where it's at.
It is where it's at.
Come see why this independently owned store is just blowing up and selling 150 plus cars a month. Visit cleancarscheap.com.
Or call us 315-633-7060.
One of the things that they may not know when they talk about Bridgeland, they know we got the cars, they know that we're cheap with the cars, but they may not know that we're really cheap when it comes to our service too. So in comparison to our local competition, our labor rate is $78 an hour. Do your homework, folks, because nowhere is it $78 an hour, only with us.
Yeah.
That's it, we've done our homework. The average labor rate in our area is $110 an hour. So
the average.
How do you not save $30 an hour? Not only are you saving $30 an hour, it's not with the expense of backyard technicians either. We've got ASE certified technicians. We have state-of-the-art equipment.
Cutting edge technology.
Brand new
equipment.
Service department, spotless.
Yeah, eat off it.
And we don't skimp when it comes to equipment to take care of your vehicle. $78 an hour to labor rate, so we got that. A 20% parts markup. That's one of the things, that's one of those gray areas that a customer really doesn't typically
hidden cost
even think about, is the parts markup. But a lot of times the profit with the service department is more so with the parts markup than it is with the actual repair.
Right.
And with Bridgeland, one of the things with our transparency is going to be 20% on our parts markup. Very low compared to a 40 to 60% elsewhere.
Which is heavy.
Super heavy, but that's the reality. Another one of the things that we like to tout is that we do have a loaner fleet on appointment, or a shuttle. We have that Bridgeland shuttle, so if you don't mind getting inside of that van all lettered up and maybe dropping you off in front of work, we could drop you off a block down the road if you don't want to have.
You know when it's coming down the road, for sure.
You will know. So don't have to get dropped off in front of work. We drop you off a block down the street like I used to do when I was in school with my mom and dad.
Funny side note. So how am I going to know you're here? Just look for me.
So we got that loaner fleet or the shuttle. The other thing we do for our customers is 99-cent inspections as long as they own the car. So as long as you own the car, bring the vehicle back. We're gonna go ahead and inspect it for 99 cents, save you $20 roughly, or maybe 10 or 14 depending on the model year of your car.
Yep.
So got that. Car washes, one of the other thing is I'm big on this.
Gotta leave with a clean ride.
I like that old-fashioned service, that old-fashioned gas station, clean your windshield while they're gassing you up.
Yeah.
I always like that, so I make sure that our service department does give a nice wash, and not just your dirty, soapy water just to say we did it. A nice wash. wash your car, give it a quick vacuum if we have the time to do that, if you're not in a super rush, and get you on the road nice
Make
and
you feel
clean.
good about when you're picking it up.
That's right. So if you're looking to get your car serviced on a 2014 or newer, bring that to us and we're gonna give you $78 an hour labor rate. Get rid of these old marked up rates. 20% parts markup. That's a big one, folks. Get rid of all this garbage. Bridgeland is where you should go for service. Visit us online, cleancarsheet.com. You can make that appointment or call
315-633-7060.
Hit it.
Hit.
Go ahead.
Here we go, Rob, one of your favorites. I know you love those Rams.
This was a pinch hitter. We put this in the commercial last night because we had sold the vehicle that was going to go in its place. And glad we did, because this is a good price point vehicle. It shows, now obviously we have a lot of 18s, 19s, even 2020 pickup trucks. But we also have some of the older stuff that's going to be in the teens for some of the people that don't want to spend that money.
Doesn't even feel like 2015 is old, right?
2015.
Does not.
It's a 5-year-old truck. The truck's got 80,000 miles on it, but super clean. So no rust on the rockers.
New tires.
Got the tires, got the running boards.
Power slider.
Got the bed liner.
Super clean inside.
Decal kit.
5.7 liter.
And a super clean truck. So if you want a nice clean one at $18,995, the kicker really is the payment.
$299 a month with your taxes and DMV.
So for $299 a month, this truck makes all the sense in the world.
$299 for a full-size, legit crew cab.
And we had this price $2,000 more prior to putting it on TV. So we're going ahead and just gutting this thing out.
Low.
Wanted to have something that just kind of appealed to people. So if you're looking for a nice, clean, lower price point truck, this is gonna be perfect. Now, we don't have a lot of these, so I don't have a lot of stuff that I can sell in the teens truck-wise because we're kind of picky.
Super picky.
Yeah, so we won't take stuff with the rust. A lot of your dealerships that sell this or specialize in this kind of a vehicle, if you saw the work they did to some of these trucks to get them ready for the lot, body-wise and whatnot, you never go near it. So when you're buying from a larger dealership, you know, that has a reputation, that sells a newer truck, and you find something like this, you're typically gonna guarantee that it's above average condition. Otherwise, we wouldn't be selling it. So
It's got an awesome look to it. I love the decals.
I love your feathers, man.
Yeah. Easy. Delicate wings. These gotta go into play.
What do you-
But listen, hold on, real quick. Just because we're talking about wings and so forth, I love your suit, man.
You do?
Say no more.
Whether you like my suit or you like the truck, either way, whatever does it for you, get out of bed, or maybe
Get down.
in bed and get ready to come on down. So whether it's a Saturday, a Sunday, we are open 7 days a week.
Look at this.
Fully staffed.
Simultaneously answering your calls and contacts.
Visit cleancarscheap.com. With the acquisition of over a 20,000 square foot building, what we've been able to do for Bridgeland in the short term is really help out with more lifts that we needed. But in 2020, at some point late spring, this will be opening up. It'll be a different store. It'll be owned by us, but it'll have a whole different marketing theme. It's gonna be something to pay attention to, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, Rob, check this out, man. This is a 2016 Cadillac ATS 2-liter turbo all-wheel drive. The reason I'm making such a big deal out of this, once we were done mechanically with it, we drove it for monitors, make sure everything's on point. This thing has got some wings behind it.
It's an absolute beautiful car. So if you're a baller on a budget, maybe you want an easy payment, but you want to look the part, you want to feel the part, this car is going to do it for you. In the hard to find pearl white, well, I can't say hard to find, but typically when you find the pearl white, they're usually marked up more than the other colors because it's the most desirable color. As a matter of fact, when you buy these brand new from a dealership, if I'm not mistaken,
$1,000 charge.
it's a $1,000 charge. So you're going to pay an upcharge for this color. This one in particular is absolutely spotless. So the interior looks brand spanking new.
Yeah.
It's got the heated seats.
It's got the Q system, the sunroof.
It's got the roof, and it's all-wheel drive. So it's going to get you around with no problems.
$275 a month, reducing taxes and DMV.
Maybe you want to pull up to dinner in this. Cupid, what are you doing for Valentine's Day, by the way?
I'm gonna go plug some people in with my arrows and spread some love.
So if you want a nice car to pull up to the restaurant with, maybe you want to go to the casino and feel like $1 million, this is going to do it, but it's going to do it real cheap. So a $275 a month payment.
Is that like cheap?
It's cheap. $275 a month. So that rivals cell phone payments
It's
nowadays.
a 32,000 mile Cadillac all-wheel drive with a tri-coat paint for $275 a month.
32,000
It's a
mile
no-brainer.
car. No-brainer. So visit cleancarsheep.com If you want this or you want a different luxury car, you're gonna find a whole lot of stuff on the site. So don't just consider this car.
Sometimes they come.
If you got your phone out right now, visit
Bam!
Clean Cars Cheap.
It's coming. I told you it's coming.
You told me it's coming.
Bam!
CleanCarsCheap.com and visit, find one, call us, set up a test drive, and drive home within hours.
No sweat. No sweat.
This new location is going to house between 400 and 500 units, so we're really excited about watching this one grow. With our Bridgeport location houses nearly 300 cars, so this is going to be a big addition to our portfolio of dealerships. And with the marketing strategy that we have, we really are excited, and it's going to be something to pay attention to. Here you go.
I'm Marcel.
Little 3/4 ton action for you.
Little.
2019 Ram 2500. This is going to pull around the house if you wanted it to. It's got the 6.4 liter Hemi, which is a lot better than the 5.7.
Yes.
It's a larger displacement, but you may not realize that it actually gets better gas mileage than the smaller motor because it's not working as hard.
Exactly.
So when Ram came out with this 6.4, they absolutely crushed the 3/4 ton truck market. So if maybe you've had an older generation, maybe you want to upgrade, maybe you didn't consider the older generation, this is definitely worth getting behind the wheel of, especially at the price tag. $36,695.
Only $4.99 a month for your taxes and DMV down.
11,000 miles, short box trucks, got the boards, fully loaded on the inside nicely, and Ram did a really good job with redesigning this interior. So seats are very comfortable. Just a nice truck, sits up really nice and high. Again, $36,995, $499 a month. Why would you go buy brand new? I don't care what the rebates are. It's all about the bottom line. So
What is a truck like this brand new?
I want to say that
Mid-50s?
not really. Probably a
Isaac, I'm going for the lifeline.
Bottom line is on this, I'm going to guess that you're probably from a new one saving in the ballpark of maybe $5,000 for 11,000 miles. How does that not make sense? Let somebody else take that initial hit of depreciation so that 2 or 3 years down the road when you want to trade, you're not carrying around this big baggage of negative equity. When we talk about the equity thing, that's I keep getting going there and going there and going there.
But baggage.
That's what we...
They walk in. Hold on. Put your negative equity right there. Take care of that for him, Rob.
Yep. So the cool thing about trading every couple of years is that we benefit from it as well. So if you don't want, and here's the thing, as these trucks get higher into mileage and they get older, the depreciation speeds up. So if you take this truck between 11,000 miles and 40,000 miles, let's say that the truck's going to lose $3,500 a year. Well, once the truck breaks 50,000 miles, to go from 50 to 80, your truck's probably depreciating $7,000 a year. So why would you keep it with no warranty, take higher depreciation? It would make more sense to get out of it in 2 or 3 years, upgrade to another truck. You're always going to have that payment, but you always got something newer too with a warranty. So that's a little bit about what this is going to do for you. That's our approach. You won't find that in most car dealerships. They don't take the time to really.
Let's stop it for a second. I truly do, thinking about the science and the thought that comes behind this. Mm-hmm. And you're wired a little bit differently than most people that I've been in business with. You think about things in such depth of how to make it a situation. It's all about how do we get them back as an opportunity in 2 or 3 years, and that's our whole thing. It's all about getting into it at the right price point, helping you understand when it is, staying in contact with you for the right trade cycle to keep you plugged in.
Yeah, I think the reason that I'm so in tune with setting people up for the next sale is because as a car salesman, I was selling over 70 cars a month, which is unheard of, and it was an appointment only or referral. And the reason I got so much business and I did so well as a car salesperson when it was my turn to do that was because I set people up for the next sale. So I knew that the secret to longevity for me was to not have to get out of my seat and just work on appointment only. But it took a lot of work.
And one of the things, if I may add to that, statistically speaking, a true fact is that most folks want to get into a new vehicle every 20 to 30 months across the board, no matter where they are.
Right, so when you can accommodate that and make it very easy for people, they're going to send you their friends, their family. People just love buying from real people.
Yeah.
And that's the approach you're going to get with us. You won't have the sales manager sitting in the office. We're going to come out, we're going to say hello to you, we're going to talk to you, we're going to get involved with your trade.
Part of that whole event.
Going to make you feel like you're important and that your money's important to us.
And I use the word event, being part of the event, because when you're part of the event, you don't feel like you're processed. It's not go out and tell them this, go out and tell them that. I mean, you legitimately, from the time that people come to our doors, to the time that they leave and pick up, someone part of our management team is always engaged.
So come get a different experience from Bridgeland that you won't find at the other stores. CleanCarsCheap.com is where it's at.
Or call us at 315-633-7060 today.
7 days a week. You're looking for a motorcycle, maybe you want a toy this summer, now is the best time to buy. Take advantage of inventory we've had throughout the winter for thousands less than what it would be in the spring market. Stocked with over 20 motorcycles right now, headed into the spring, at prices that you're not going to be able to buy them for in the spring market. Visit us today, CleanCarsCheap.com. See all these motorcycles online. Call us, get approved, get financed, and take one home today.
Now, Rob, check this out. You know how some people say it's a rare bird? It's a rare Cupid. This is a 2017 GMC Yukon. Beautiful. The cool thing is, which makes it so rare, is the appearance package that it has.
32,000 miles on this one. And like you said, the best thing about this in my eyes, I love the chrome wheels, the 22-inch factory chromes, where you don't typically find that on your SLEs that are going to be priced into the 30s.
Right.
Typically, if you wanted to go buy these rims, you're probably spending $4,000 to $5,000
Oh, they are.
from a parts department. So actual factory wheels, black in color, super, super clean, good mileage for a 2017. So if you're a family that needs that room,
Third row seat,
you considered this for the wife.
I did.
You were just saying to me before we shot this.
I had a Yukon at one point, but this actually is a little nicer because it's got the 22s. Really enjoyable for a large family of 5.
Yeah, so
Cupid.
if you want a nice, easy, well, I wouldn't say easy payment, but for this, definitely is priced at $36,795 or a monthly payment of
$539 with just your taxes and DV8 down.
If you don't want to put the tax and DMV down, don't worry about it. Keep your cash in your pocket, take a little bit higher of a payment, we can work around that. Maybe you have credit troubles, maybe you need a little bit of help getting the financing done. When you sell the amount of vehicles we do, we have the leverage with the banks to get things across the board that some of the other dealers can't.
Right, and I do want to make a big deal of this because this is an SLE with this trim package. I've never seen one in person. I've been doing this for 23 years. I've seen them in the catalogs for ordering, but I've never seen one in person. First one, literally.
This makes all the sense in the world. Good miles, good price, good payment.
And just another thing, the brake calipers that you see, those are legitimate GMC factory OEM brake components. They're not spray painted, they're not painted, it's legit, it's factory.
So take advantage of the Canadian market and see why we pull things out of Canada, because they're super clean and the prices are better than you're going to find anywhere else.
Like cheap, cheap, cheap.
CleanCarsCheap.com.
You know, like my busy leg. When I do this, I can feel my belly wiggle. The Silverado double cab with the blah, 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 start over, okay?
Start over. Now, the difference, start over again.
This is my winter attire. This would be my warmer weather attire. You see we hooked it up, custom. Thank you, D.